Okay, how many O's, singular, can I get? 2 for the price of 1. So if I have 10 of these, I make 20 of these. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Okay, see, it makes sense when I talk about your person. If I talk about sex, or your grades, or your money, people always remember. Or violence, you remember. A fourth thing, you remember. Okay, so we're going to get twice as many. Now, Antonio, did that stall long enough for you to get us an answer?
What is it? 1.50 times 10 to the 24th?
Okay. All right, sounds reasonable. Huge number. Should be just double the number we just got. Okay? All right, everybody comfortable with that? Tran?
It's just that the 6 digits, because we started out with 3, that's why it's that.
Okay. These are absolute numbers. I know it's 2 for 1. I know it's 2 ears per person. Okay. Although I did meet a chemist once that doing a demonstration of blowing one of his ears off, and so, I mean, he's got nothing out there except he wore his hair to cover it. But he was doing this wonderful demo. Chemistry teachers don't do that particular demo anymore. So, but anyway, that's an absolute number. We're not going to pay attention to this. This original part, always think of the original part of it. Okay? Now, we all right on that one? Yeah, Nikki?
So are we always going to like multiply by 2?
If
Or do
it's
we just do
oxygen,
that because it's oxygen?
it's oxygen. What if it were ozone? O3. Everything's the same, and we had gotten our number of molecules of ozone. Okay? Hand in the air, Tran. One hand in the air. We're ozone. Okay? I've got a molecule of ozone. If I rip it apart, how many O's do I get? 3. So you'd multiply by 3.
Okay.
Depends on the problem. Depends on the problem. Okay, let's try a harder one, which has the same issue with it. Now, in your book, I would bet money it's harder than this, but I've set us up step by step, and then I'm going to tack on that hard part at the end. Okay, we have this compound. How do we know that's a compound? It's written like this. It's ammonium sulfate. How do I know it's a compound and not an element or a mixture? How do I know that? Allison, how do I know it? It's a compound. It's not an element. It's not a mixture. What's your clue? Charles, help her out. How do you know that's a compound?
Parentheses.
If you just see that much, how do you know that's a compound?
It's several elements in there.
It's got more than one element, so we know it's not an element. It's not just like N hanging out. Okay, several elements written, slammed together, you know, side by side. It doesn't say, take some nitrogen and take some hydrogen, you know, throw them in a vat, whatever. So we know it's not a mixture. We have several elements written together, slammed together, definite ratio. So we're talking compound here. Okay, I have our beginning part, 36.5 grams of this stuff. Whoops, no, 30. Let me try that again. First read it to me.
39.6
grams of ammonium sulfate. Don't worry about names yet. That's coming in a later chapter. But you got the formula. That's all you really need. Okay, if I've got to get to moles, what do I need? What's the first thing? Formula weight. Exactly. So we need to go out here to the side, and let's set up our table. I know I have nitrogen, hydrogen, sulfur, and oxygen. Okay, nitrogen, Steve, how many? Do you agree, Steve? How many nitrogens in the compound? 2, and each one contributes how much, Steve?
14.0.
14.0, which makes a total contribution of 28. Brittany, how many hydrogens do I have? 8, and each one makes a contribution of 1.0.